Every week, I go to a club. I act like I'm too drunk to stand. And every week, a nice guy comes over to see if I'm okay.
You okay?
You are so pretty. I am a nice guy.
Are you?
Welcome to your weekly ticket. As part of Disney's massive programming announcement last week, we learned that Chris Evans will star in a Toy Story spin-off titled Lightyear. The new film will explore the life of the man who inspired the Toy Story toy Buzz Lightyear, who was voiced by Tim Allen in the 4 Toy Story movies. Evans shared his excitement over the project on Instagram, writing in part, "Working with Pixar is a dream come true. I've been a massive fan of their films since the very beginning. My team could barely contain their excitement when they told me that Pixar had a pitch for me. All they said was Buzz Lightyear." As a part of that same announcement, we learned that Patty Jenkins will be making history as the first woman to ever direct a Star Wars film. The film, titled Star Wars Rogue Squadron, will focus on the Rebel Alliance fighter pilots, but will be an original story that will honor everything in the Rogue Squadron franchise. Jenkins shared the personal meaning behind the project with her announcement of the film.
I grew up the daughter of a great fighter pilot, and every day I would wake up and go outside and look up, see my father and his squadron taking off in their F-4s, roaring across the sky, and it was the most thrilling thing still I've experienced in my entire life. So when he lost his life in service to this country, it ignited a desire in me to turn all of that tragedy and thrill into one day making the greatest fighter pilot movie of all time.
And while promoting her new film Wonder Woman 1984, Jenkins also told us what she's most looking forward to with Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
I think it's very important to always not only aim to make a great film for whatever franchise or medium you're aiming for, but also to have a deep connection for why you're the right director for it. This is just such a special connection for me to get to make a film about this and also make a Star Wars film, which I've always loved the idea of doing. And so, I just hope to do this. I hope to do something totally different than what I did here, but with the same equation. Try to make a great film that you really, really believe in, and also bring something to the world with it that is personal, that you're the right person to do, and all of those things. But I'm so excited.
Yahya Abdul-Mateen II will join Jake Gyllenhaal in a Michael Bay-directed thriller titled Ambulance. The film, which is expected to begin shooting next month, is based on a 2005 Dutch thriller by the same name. The story follows 2 brothers on the run from the police who steal an ambulance, not knowing it already carried a female paramedic and a patient who is in critical condition. Asa Gonzalez is also set to star as the paramedic. While the year might be winding down, there's still plenty of films you might want to keep an eye out for before 2020 comes to a close. Of course, there's big Christmas Day movies like Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman 1984 and Paul W.S. Anderson's action fantasy film Monster Hunter, but there's still plenty to check out. And here to give us a preview of what's coming to a screen near you this holiday season is Fandango correspondent Nikki Novak. How you doing, Nikki?
I'm feeling a little puffy today, Khail. I'm not going to lie.
You look amazing. You're like a holiday present.
Very festive. We're both very festive. We're both ready for some holiday movies, clearly.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about this big holiday season release, Wonder Woman 1984. What can people expect?
Well, I had a little sneak preview of the movie, and I have to say that for anybody who loved Wonder Woman, who loved this first one, this one feels bigger in a way, but it also still has that beautiful, intimate relationship between Gal Gadot and Chris Pine. For anybody who was like, oh, are they still going to have the same magic? They have it. I cried 3.5 times. I'm not going to say whether they were tears of joy or of sorrow. It's just an epic movie. There's something about Wonder Woman, and I don't know if you feel the same way, Khail, but the first time I saw it, the hairs on my arms stood up and I just got emotional and I just weep. There's something about her that I really connect to, and I think most people connect to. And you will feel that all over again. This time around, you have the addition of Kristen Wiig, who plays Cheetah, who is phenomenal in this movie. You know, I always think of Kristen Wiig, and I think a lot of us do, as this SNL alum. She's amazing. But when she digs her claws into a darker role, she's so good. She's so good. And then Pedro Pascal plays plays another villain in the film. I'll just say that he likes gold.
Oh, wow.
That's a spoiler I'm going to give away. Another great villain. I love him in The Mandalorian. He's doing some great work. This is just an amazing film. Patty Jenkins is my personal hero. Everybody should watch this film. It's, of course, always got the great messages of love and hope and humanity. That's all I'm going to say. Love Wonder Woman 1984.
Yeah, that's great. I was waiting to hear how Kristen Wiig was, so I'm excited to hear that she's great in it. So that's outstanding.
So and she wears leg warmers better than anybody I've ever seen wear leg warmers, by the way.
Well, you haven't seen me wear leg warmers, but what, you know.
True. Are you wearing them right now?
Yeah, me and Kristen Wiig got beef on leg warmers. So, but anyway, so we need to talk about the rest of the movies this holiday season. What is your favorite movie coming out this holiday season?
Okay, this one I absolutely love. Top 3 favorite movies of the year. It's called News of the World. It is Tom Hanks once again pairing up with Paul Greengrass. They, of course, did Captain Phillips together. Now, Paul Greengrass is best known for the Jason Bourne movies. He did a bunch of those. And in this movie, Tom is once again the captain now, but he is also a human Twitter and the 1800s version of Jason Bourne. Are you intrigued?
Yes.
Okay, so he plays a war veteran that meets a little girl and decides to reunite her with some of her family after her parents are killed and takes her across the treacherous Texas terrain. Now, instead of a cool car like Jason Bourne had, he has a horse and buggy. This is indeed a Western, and he is the baddest guy in the West. But the reason I say he's a human Twitter is he also brings the news of the world to people in small towns. This is, of course, before the internet. And so he was the person that went to all these towns and told them what was going on in the outside world. And he's very opinionated and very charismatic, much like Twitter. This is absolutely an epic movie. For anybody who likes The Mandalorian, it kind of has that father and the child story. And I think this is Tom's best performance since Captain Phillips, one of the best of his career. I was stunned by it. Thought he was fantastic. Highly recommend this one.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's all right. That's a good review of it. All right, cool. Well, okay, let's say that someone is spending time with their family this holiday season. What's a good movie that's for everybody?
Well, for somebody who's spending time with their family, or like me, going to be alone on the holidays because my family's in another country, doesn't matter what age you are. The Croods. This is the follow-up to the 2013 film. It released on video on demand a couple of weeks ago, but I have to say I've already seen it 3 times. There's such a rewatchability factor if you've already seen it. But if you haven't seen it and you are looking for a great family movie that everybody's going to love, this is it. Of course, the first one starred Ryan Reynolds, Emma Stone, Nicolas Cage, Catherine Keener, Cloris Leachman as this beloved Croods family. This time around, they meet this family called the Bettermans. Now, the Bettermans are played by Leslie Mann and Peter Dinklage, and then Kelly Marie Tran plays their daughter. So really great voice cast. I have to say, probably the best voice cast I've ever heard in a film, but it's the visuals that also got me. The animation is amazing, but the Bettermans' home that the Croods get welcomed into is like the coolest man cave, female cave you'll ever. It's got so many bells and whistles, and it's just a heartwarming movie. It's perfectly animated. Absolutely loved it. The most fun I've had watching a movie all year.
Oh, wow. And Peter Dinklage is unstoppable. He is everywhere right now, isn't he?
Yeah, and it's one of those, sometimes when you watch an animated movie and you either don't know who the voice cast is or and you kind of can't place it, you really hear them, you really hear him. And Leslie Mann, oh my gosh, her voice, she's got that really unique voice. Everybody's great.
Awesome. Now, what if we're looking for something a little bit more edgy this holiday season?
Yeah, I'm going to go from one end of the spectrum to the other. So from the Croods to promising young woman, I am calling this year's Parasite.
Oh, intrigued? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. This is Emerald Fennell, who you would probably know if you love The Crown. Like I love The Crown. She plays Camilla Parker Bowles in the last season 4 of The Crown that just came out. But she also was the showrunner for season 2 of Killing Eve. So she can write some edgy. But this one stars Carey Mulligan. And if you've heard anything about Promising Young Woman, it's that Carey Mulligan's getting all kinds of award season buzz for this performance. But the reason why I say it's like a Parasite, it's very dark, very edgy. There's a social message to it. And it's about a promising young woman who is in medical school. And then we cut to years later, she's working in a coffee shop, but she has a double life. And I don't want to spoil it. I think the less you know going into this movie, the better. But it's got all of those moments like, I can't believe that this director just did this to us in this movie. And you have no idea what's coming. And it is, like you said, super edgy. So that is my recommendation. Whoa, this movie is just a whoa.
Awesome. I actually think that's the kind of stuff I like to throw at my family during the holiday season anyway. Something to make them think. All right. Well, thank you so much, Nikki. Where can people find you?
People can find me on the Fandango website, and they can also find me on all my socials at Nikki Novak.
Awesome. It's always great having you. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, Khail. Great to see you too.
Available to watch at home on Friday is Tenet.
You got something.
Not gonna like it.
Time isn't the problem. Getting out alive is the problem.
Armed with only one word, Tenet, and fighting for the survival of the entire world, a protagonist journeys through a twilight world of international espionage on a mission that will unfold in something beyond real time. Christopher Nolan wrote and directed the film, which stars John David Washington, Robert Pattinson, and Elizabeth Debicki. And also available to watch at home on Friday is Greenland.
What is it? What's going on?
Train derailed across the highway.
If you are hearing this broadcast, seek shelter immediately.
What do you think it is?
No idea.
A family fights for survival as a planet-killing comet races to Earth. John Garrity, his estranged wife, and young son make a perilous journey to their only hope for sanctuary. Amid terrifying new accounts of cities around the world being leveled by the comet's fragments, the Garritys experience the best and worst in humanity. As the countdown to global apocalypse approaches zero, their incredible trek culminates in a desperate and last-minute flight to a possible safe haven. The film stars Gerard Butler, Morena Baccarin, and Roger Dale Floyd. All right, well, that's it for today, but leave us a comment and let us know which film you're looking forward to the most this holiday season. I'm Khail, and I'll see you next time.